everybody, it's RocketRob99. Just decided to do a first impressions video of Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is such a huge game. I had to split it up into two different sections. I think there's a lot to encompass, and there's too much to discuss. One of the things that you get to do on Watch Dogs is, move around the area. So you get to hack into a lot of different things. And one of the main things that you have to start off with are communication towers that are sprinkled all around the map. Generally, these are puzzles that you have to unlock to get to the tower, base of the tower, and then you have to hack the tower. Some of them are harder than others. So now I had done a bunch of the harder ones first, and I had done, for some whatever reason or not, I didn't do this particular tower right in the beginning of the game. But I also noticed a little bit of a bug here with the forklift. As you move through the environment when you first start to play the game, it will feel that the character's just a little bit clunky, but that's just really a timing issue that I had to go through, I guess, to hit the right button to do the parkour, movements throughout the environment, vaulting and climbing and so on. But generally, the controls feel pretty smooth. You know, the environment and how you interact with the different apparatus and hack this and hack that allow you to get to different parts of the map that you might not always think of. I mean, it is definitely a vertical game. The controls, as you move up through different parts of the map in this vertical play, get a little more intricate, and it's really an interesting twist. So here I have to unlock this gate to get in there, but it just like gives you an arrow to show you where you have to hack. You hack a camera, you look at the item, you hack that, and there it is. Gate's wide open. And you move up to the base of the tower, and you go ahead and open that, follow the button combination, and then hack the tower with your cell phone. Now, once you've hacked the tower, this opens up a large part of the map and shows you, the different items that become unlocked in the map. That's different mini games, challenges, and parts of the environment that you can control. As you complete each mission, you'll earn a skill point, which we'll talk about later. Here, I decided to give you guys an overview of the map. It does look very similar to some of the open world games that you may have played before. I guess you know what I'm talking about. As you can see, I've opened up some of the map with these control points so I can hack a lot of things. But there's still a lot to go, which I think is pretty cool. I've played a couple hours already. So, you earn skill points as you complete each section. The other thing that you can do is, because again your character's a vigilante, is you can intervene in crimes that occur throughout the city. You'll get notices after you've opened up those comm center links that you just saw, which will tell you that there's crimes occurring within the neighborhood that you're in. Now, you could choose to bypass them, or you can choose to participate and see if you can intervene and stop it. Again, hacking cameras are key, allows you to investigate the environment without getting involved. Here, I find two criminals. They're involved in a criminal activity, and I'm getting ready to move on them, but another crime takes place in the same area. So before I can move on the main guys, I decide to move down the street a little bit to get a better angle on them in case they go to run. And as I come out of the camera view here and I start to move down the street, another crime starts to happen to my right, and you'll see the arrow there, the blue arrow there, and I make it too late. I chase down the guy and take him down. Now, if you take down criminals and you keep them alive, that earns you reputation points and makes you a good guy. If you shoot and kill them, obviously that makes you a bad vigilante, and that could affect how you play the game, as your notoriety does matter. Again, I've completed another side mission there and earned myself a skill point, which I can again use to progress my character. You keep hearing me talk about the environment of Watch Dogs. It's not just how you interact with the environment, but it looks freaking awesome. As I've played a fair amount of these open world games. The rendering in this game of the environment, I don't know if it's just the PS4 itself, is fantastic. The lighting is really great and adds so much texture to the environment and makes it really immersive. Now we'll talk about the skill tree section here. I mentioned that earlier. The skill tree here is really simple to use. Um, it's as you earn uh, points through playing the game, you unlock different. You can unlock the skills. Um, from the skill tree. I don't know why I'm stumbling over myself. I unlock specific things. Hacking, takes the most amount of skill points, and it is the thing that you'll be doing the most in the game. So, as you can see, I have already advanced my guy pretty, to the second tier in many of the items, for hacking, because again, you do that a lot. As I progress here in the video through the skill tree, you'll see that each different section of the tree gets smaller and smaller depending on the type of skill and how much you'll use it in the game. Um, so here I laid it out so you can see what some of the skills are and what are the requirements to unlock them. And there are not only skill points you needed to unlock them, but you have to do certain things within the game or reach certain levels to unlock different things. Here is the combat section. I found that combat was one of the harder things to unlock in certain parts of the tree, and the stuff is expensive skill point wise. But it adds some fantastic things that'll make you a better player. In the combat situation, and there is a fair amount of combat in the game as you deal with gangs and different interactions with criminals. As you progress through the games, they get a lot harder. You will need to use weapons. Then you have the crafting section here, which is, as you can see, is not very large, but it does add some interesting things. You have the ability to jam comms, throw a grenade, and so on. And those abilities are available through the weapons wheel, which I'll discuss in part 2 of this video. Part 2 of these videos. But the crafting is pretty easy. There are things that you will find around the environment. The items are abundant, so don't worry about it if you don't pick up every item. And then here, the driving skill tree. I thought it would be a little bit bigger. There is speculation that there is more to the skill tree than what you have seen just here in this video. The next part is the progressions wheel. And again, it's colorful and it shows, well, I've completed about 0.9% of the game. The first part here in yellow is the missions part, and then there's hacking, and then the gray part is all the items that you can find in the environment. Those are the seek out part of the game. I think that it's a disproportionate number of collectibles as part of the game. As you can see, it's a pretty large wedge there. The driving in the game is really good. As you can see here, this is an in-car view, but the environment out the window still looks crisp and clear. You can see where you're going. I mean, granted, the dashboard is not fully rendered. I bet you it is in the PC version, but it's not here on PlayStation 4. But the driving is pretty good. The damage model is not bad, but it's also not, like you have seen in other games like Grand Theft Auto. But all in all, I found that the driving is really good in the game. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I think one of the things that I really like about the cars and the diversity of the different vehicles is probably the vehicle sounds. The vehicle sounds are diverse for every vehicle I've driven so far. That's probably 15 vehicles or more. So that's kind of interesting. The horn noise is kind of weak, but generally the cars are fun to drive, and they are pretty much copies of cars that you'll see as you play the game. In real life, rather, they're just copies of them with little changes. But there are quite a few cars. They're broken up into different classes, like heavy class, performance, sports, muscle, luxury. So there are different types of vehicles that you can drive, and you can call up a vehicle on your cell phone at any time. Now, it'll deliver your vehicle, but it's a little buggy on that because it doesn't always deliver it right next to you. Sometimes it'll put it across the street, around the corner, on the other end of the building. So you're on one end you come out one door of the building and the car is like 2 blocks away. That can be a little annoying and frustrating at times, but you can always unlock the skill that'll allow you to turn around and pick up a car without stealing it. But you don't want to have to steal a car if you don't have to, because otherwise you're going to wind up with the cops on your ass. But generally, I found the cars to be fun to drive. Uh, then, of course, you have motorcycles. There are quite a few of them to choose from and available in the environment, but you can also unlock them by purchasing them. They drive like just any other motorcycle that you would expect in an online world, and of course, if you're riding around the world, you're not paying attention, you crash into something, you are going to die. Then, of course, they have boats, and yes, you can swim in the water, but I haven't been able to swim under the water yet. Alright, stay tuned for the next part of this video where we talk about gunplay, gadgets, and the online. For TLN, this is RocketRob99. I'll see you guys next time.